So we begin this morning in the Middle East as the military carries out a second night of airstrikes against Iran.
Greg Palcott joins us live from London with the latest on Iran. Greg.
Lawrence Bryan, gang. President Trump promised it, and the U.S. military delivered. Another night of airstrikes against Iran. CENTCOM saying some 90 sites were hit, including port cities along the Persian Gulf Coast, an airport, and bridges further inland. The second night in a row of U.S. targeting. And that was followed again by Iranian strikes against U.S. military locations in 3 Gulf nations, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Qatar. Missiles and drones used in those attacks. All this disruption of the temporary ceasefire between Iran and the U.S. triggered by Iranian hits on 3 ships traveling through the Strait of Hormuz earlier this week. Iran thinks it still has control there. On its way back from a NATO summit in Turkey, here's what President Trump said on Air Force One.
It's sort of crazy, to be honest with you. They're sort of crazy. They're a little bit out of control, but they want to make it badly.
In response, Iran's top negotiator, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, posted, America still hasn't learned that bullying and breaking promises are no longer cost-free. Let me put it plainly, if you strike, you'll get hit. Actual negotiations between the two sides regarding the 14-point memorandum of understanding had been paused for Iran's funeral proceedings for its former supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, killed in the first days of the conflict. The body, which had been carried in processions in next-door Iraq as well as Iran, is set to be buried today in his hometown of Mashhad. Folks, it's not clear whether all of this means the restart of full-scale conflict. Trump did add that anything that happens is going to happen very fast. Back to you.
Wow, thanks so much, Greg.
That's great.
So what is it, 90, and then the day before 70, so over 150 strikes in 2 days. I'd like to know details of it. We don't have the details of it, but the one thing is pretty clear. Whoever signs the 60 days memorandum of understanding on the Iranian side, they don't have any power. So we should not even pretend that they did. So let's just say the speaker's sincere, the foreign minister's sincere, that they hate us, but they don't want to fight us. They want to be able to unfreeze their funds. They want to be able to sell their oil at market rate. And let's say they want to control the strait, but they know that that would be problematic. The guy that's making the decisions is a guy from the IRGC, this Ahmed Fahidi. So we should not sit down with anybody else. This guy's as evil as it gets. But if we don't deal with him, we should not deal with anyone. Because the supreme leader's too scared or too disfigured to come out of his bunker. He doesn't even go to his dad's funeral, so forget about him. So it's about this guy who's running the Quds Force and the IRGC commander. So because either these guys don't control it or they're just talking out of both sides of their mouth, but they refuse, as of this hour, they refuse to give up the gradual control of the strait, which is going to be a fee and toll system. And if you look at the memorandum, the MOU, it says that they're going to be managing this strait. We're not going to allow it. And that's fundamentally what happens. They hit 3 ships, and they've absorbed 150 shots.
So part of the problem is that after we took out all the leaders, at least the first 2 levels, the Iranians had a goal, and the supreme leader left a plan to decentralize power. And I think this is about design. He realized that it would have brought